Welcome to this week's live stream. My name's Naz, and today I'm going to be sharing a step-by-step way, shall I say, or strategy on how to live your life based on your highest values. Okay, now this is a strategy, or at least this is a process that I take my clients through after we've released highly active negative emotions from their mind and body. Okay, so events happen in life, but if traumatic events happen in life as you're growing up, and traumatic events can be anything. It could be as small, or at least we think it is small, as your best toy getting stolen, or it could be as big as just take imagination to where you want to take it. So it's all about how that person perceived that event, and it ended up being somewhat traumatic for them. So we do this exercise after we've released those negative emotions from the people's or the client's mind and body, because what happens is, if the release hasn't happened and we do this exercise, most of the time they will know what to do, but they just still will not be able to do it because of when negative emotions are really active in your body, it's like a block. I see a lot of people that go through they do these manifestation type courses, which is great, but if you're feeling so negative, right? I mean, we can't control our feelings until we release what's been a problem in the past. Then we can control our feelings. And what you end up doing is you feel angry, there's sadness in your body that is really, really heavy, and we're not really aware of those feelings all the time, but we want XYZ, we want this dream house, this dream job, this dream family, or this husband, wife, whatever it is that you want. But because the law of attraction doesn't work with what you want, it works with what you expect and feel, you end up attracting more events that make you feel what you feel right now. So the release has to happen. That's when this exercise will work to your advantage. So I'm going to share mine, and I'm going to take it, there's 3 steps to it. So I'm going to go through step 1. Living with your highest values. Why do we need to do it? Let's go through that first. The reason why we need to do this is that any time you're feeling somewhat low, sad, depressed, lost, frustrated, is when you've made decisions during your day or lifetime or life or week where you've felt somewhat icky about it. It hasn't been what you wanted to do. Right, you've made decisions based on maybe somebody else needed you at the time, or you reacted to something that's happened and it just completely not who you really are. Common problem is when, for example, you've made an intention to eat healthy this week, drink X amount of water this week, and the whole week's gone and you've just reacted to whatever you were feeling or what you wanted. You've made decisions based on how you felt at that time. So say, for example, you're at work, you're somewhat stressed, and you just grabbed and had 5 biscuits in one go. And your intention was not to have biscuits, it was to have a healthier version of a snack perhaps, and eat healthy that week. So you didn't listen to what you wanted to do. You didn't listen to your intention. That is what causes any sort of disharmony, distress, and then leads to more problems. If it's continued on and on and on, it does lead to higher problems like depression, which is what we don't want to do. Obviously, we want to live in a higher state, in a high vibrational state. So the goal for this is that you are in harmony all the time, or most of the time. Yes, we have times when there's fear, a little bit anxiety, maybe worry comes in, but you get out of it as well. There's strategies in place that will help you. You've got those strategies in place that will help you overcome those situations. That video is not about that. If you do want more information on that and how you can use certain strategies to help you overcome times in life where you're feeling somewhat low and you don't know, there's uncertainty going on, you can definitely reach out to me and we could book a personal breakthrough session. You can have the first one for free. So your highest values. Now I'm going to list, I think I've got 5 here. You can go up to 8, roughly 8 or 9. And what you're going to write down in your first stage is what matters to you. You're going to ask yourself this question in life: what matters to you? Now, whatever comes up, you're going to do this pretty quick because your unconscious mind speaks quick and it's fast, and it doesn't always say it loud, right? Your unconscious mind whispers or gives you some sort of hint. You got to listen to it. And I wrote down 5 things, and whatever is yours, you write them down, okay? What matters to you in life, you must write them down. And sometimes your values do need to be changed if they're not aligned to where you want to go, okay? Like, for example, if somebody has just started a business, but they had worked in a job all their life, and they know how to be successful in their job or a career employment, but they don't know how to be successful in their business. They've never thought they'll be in a business. Their values don't even know how to, the unconscious mind doesn't even know how to succeed in business. We need to add that into their values hierarchy. But if right now we're not talking about that anyway. We're talking about your life, what matters to you in life, and we're looking at other things that will show or demonstrate you that you're living in your highest state and your highest self. So yeah, sometimes values do need to change if your goals change. Like, I could be super successful in my business, in my job, but had I not changed my values to add business in there instead of my job, I probably would not be successful in my business. So that's something that has to be changed. But what we're going to do is go with what matters to you right now, okay? Now, I've got 5 things down. I want you to write down your 5 to 8 things, okay? So you go as long as you need to. What matters to you in life, okay? So you're going to go for the answers that come up first. Now, I've got down faith. My faith matters. Number 1. Number 2 is my health matters. Health was not there for me. A couple of years ago, health would never have been in my top 5. Health has to come into that, okay? But now that's in place. So my decisions around, that's because I had to learn in a different way, and I had to see how if I really work on my health, I'll be much better performing in my faith duties, okay? So health had to come in there. I had to re-educate myself and have my values changed. So number 1 is faith, number 2 is health, number 3 is kids, my husband, number 4 is business, and number 5 is being there for my siblings as well. So those are the 5 things that matter to me in my life. So that's what you're going to write down. What matters to you, just chuck it out there, okay? And you may have to change it, you may have to think about it a little bit after you've done that to put it into an order. You must then put it into an order. So I've given you my order, that's how it is. Number 1 is faith, number 2 is health, number 3 is kids and husband, number 4 is business, and number 5 is siblings, okay? Now, even last year, business would have been probably at the top, okay? Now, I had to really, really get that all changed and have the hierarchy changed in a way that it is in order, because so what I was doing was subconsciously, this was in 2017 actually, I was working so hard in my business that I was neglecting time with the kids and family. And that left me feeling somewhat unsatisfied, out of harmony. And that wasn't nice to be in. Health had to come in there, because if I'm looking after my health, I'm also being a better mom, a better wife. I'm able to serve my customers and clients better. So hence it's in that order. You've got to put your order down, okay? Because that's what you know best right now. I've had to change mine because of my goals. But whatever matters to you right now, you write that down. Now you've got to do the step 2, okay? Is to write down for your faith, for example, for your number 1 value to be, which is mine is faith. For your number 1 value to be met, what do you need to do? What are the action steps you need to take for that value to be met? Okay? Now, again, if you've been living in somewhat like a default life, just reacting, doing what you need to do, you may have compromised actions consistently, which is now you're going to put them down and make awareness. What you're doing is you're marrying the value with the action. When you do that, you're more likely to take the action, because now you've got a purpose behind it. It's not just what the celebrities say. It's not just what these guys say on TV or on YouTube. It's what your mind says, your unconscious mind, your heart says. This is what you need to do for that value to be ticked, for you to live in harmony. So write down maybe 2 to 5, 6 action steps that you need to know that you're doing on your first value. Okay, so my first value is faith. For me to have that value ticked off, to be in harmony, what do I need to do every single day or every single week? Every single day I need to pray 5 times a day. I need to do meditation. It's like a Islamic type, because that's my faith. Meditation that I do every single day. How long do I need to do it? And minimum is 1 hour I need to do. I need to have contact with my spiritual teacher every single week or whenever they're available and meet them once a month. I need to pray, connecting with God. That's my need when it comes to faith. I need to feel like I'm connecting rather than just being robotic. So I literally just share my problems in my prayer. I would give away my problems, like, submit them. I would be thankful. So, these little action steps that I need to do to make sure that value is ticked off. Being grateful is one of those things that I do in the prayer, and also write them down as well. Write down my gratitude as well. So these little action steps that you need to know that you've done, that you need to do to tick off your value, number 1. And you do the same with all of your values. So the health value is a little bit more, like, less actions that I need to do. So in the beginning, actually, because I've been practicing for some time now, not that long, 4 or 5 years, that list has increased. But in the beginning, for my faith value to be ticked off, I had to just pray 5 times a day and just do maybe 20 minutes of meditation a day. That's it. But now you can add more into that as you progress, because praying has become a habit now. I can add more things. You carry on growing. You don't just stay in that same place. Life is about growth. So you've got to grow. So I added more things in, so it's a little bit more complex to tell you them. But to me, it's like automatic now. I pray almost automatically now. I do my gratitude automatically now. What I do need to work on, though, is when I'm praying, I need to submit more. I need to ask for guidance. I need to, listen to the guidance that I'm being sent. That is something I'm working on. And that will be of ease as well later on when I'm added a new habit in there or a new activity in there. But for now, let's go into health. For me to tick off my health value, all I need to do is go to the gym 4 times a week. I need to drink 2 litres of water, and I need to eat 1 bowl of salad a day. That's all I need to do. And I'm sure if I was to review these in the next year, there will be more activities on there, because as I said, you always grow, you always add more in there, because as humans we need to grow, otherwise things are going to be boring, and we don't like being bored. We like to grow and continue the contribution as well. So I've only covered 2 here. Kids, pretty easy. You allocate time with them every single evening, and with husband as well. Once a week we need to do something as a family. So activities, that growth, what is it that I need to do in that time, which I'll cover that in the next part as well. I literally just have to say I've got to allocate time for them in the evening, so it's their time, it's my time, whatever they want to do, which is, sometimes it's reading, they want to do some reading, sometimes it's just playing a little game of Ludo, which is something they like right now. What else do? We'll watch a movie night once a week. We'll have a movie night once a week. That's my thing with them. Okay, so what actions have to happen for all of your values to be ticked off? Like I said, you can go 2. You may have 2 actions. You may have 5. You may have more than that, but they must be there. You need to write them all down. Okay, then what you're gonna do is plan in all of the activities that tick off your values and put it into your planner. Now, I'm huge for a planner. I mean, it is something you may have to do more of, like another thing for you to do per day or per week to look at. But if you're a busy mom, like you've got loads of things to look out for, other people's needs to deal with as well as your own, you do need to track it. You do need to track it. We're living in a busy world. There's stuff happening all the time. There's things happening all the time. And social media is so distracting, and it's easy for you to just literally, you're on Facebook perhaps right now. My videos came up. You're probably not even going to look at my video or watch my video. It wasn't in your diary. And if you're like me, you would probably save it and come back to it to watch it again if you want to watch it when it's more convenient to you. Okay, because there is time for self-development as well. And this is a self-development type video. But if you watch it, if you're on Facebook just to catch up with your friends and suddenly you're, watching funny comedy videos and it's gone 40 minutes, then, you've lost 40 minutes of your time that you didn't even plan to lose, right? You were probably going to do something else in that 40 minutes. And that's what we want to avoid because of social media and how busy and distracting it can be. And if you diary in your time for social media, your time to watch those comedy type videos, because maybe bringing value or laughter in your life is a value of yours. That's important to you. You plan it in. You do it at the time it's best for you, not when it's compromising something else, right? Like if it's time for you to be with the kids and you're on Facebook, just on your phone or catching up with somebody, which is also a value of yours, catching up with a friend, but you're doing it at the same time as, with your kids, then that's conflict, that's not harmony. So for example, when I am right now doing a live video, and if I end up getting a call from my siblings, I will cancel that call and carry on with doing what I'm doing, and I'll come back to them. Okay, so managing your time aligned with your values is what we need to do. We don't need more time. We can't get more time. We can only manage the time that we've got. And it's usually only a problem when we do things out of alignment. And it's usually done so unconsciously, you don't even realise it's a problem until someone like me tells you it is. Because you've just didn't even know, or you thought it was normal, like I did years ago. So I have a paper diary, like I like to have a physical diary that I look at, and everything is in there. When I'm going to the gym, when I'm doing time, with my kids, when I'm having time with the kids, even cooking a meal for them is part of the activities that I have for the kids, because I want to cook for them homemade meals rather than getting a takeaway or giving them frozen meals, right? That's not something I like to do. And when I do that, we do that, but not every day, right? So that makes me feel good as a mom. So, having fruit cut out, having the dry fruits as well if they want some, encouraging a healthy living for them, and helping them do gratitude as well between each other and everything in life in general is an activity that I need to do with them. So that is all in my diary. It's so little and detailed, but it is in my diary, because if it isn't, it's not going to get done, because these are new things that I'm doing. Like, we literally just started to do the gratitude this week, where both girls, because I've got two daughters, are doing gratitude about each other so they can appreciate each other, because there was a pattern where they were just bickering and just being what you would call as girls, but it's not appropriate. I want them to, yes, be girls, but be respectful as well between each other. So that's in my diary. Otherwise, I will forget, most likely, or I will be inconsistent with it. And then what happens then? 2 weeks down the line, they're still bickering. There's no change that's happened. So until it becomes a habit, autopilot, it must be in my diary. And even when it is automatic, it's still in my diary, because I've got my diary there. I might as well put things in that I'm going to do anyway. Literally, when I started my praying, I had to put down every single prayer time in my diary, because I would forget, right? It's 1:30 now, but my mind is, when I get off this video, I'm going to go and pray my afternoon prayer. I don't need to write it down, because it's in my mind now. It's like my mind tells me to go and pray. So starting this off, if you've never done this before, you need some sort of planner. You may have to either put in your phone if you're a techie type of person, or have a physical diary. You need one for sure to stay consistent. Because why do every New Year resolutions fail? Because they don't know why they're doing it. Like, they haven't connected the goal, the activity, to their values. They don't know why they're doing it. There's no purpose there. They probably do know why, but it's not connected to their values. If it's not connected to your values, because your values drive your goal. The values are, your values make the goal happen. Your conscious mind creates the goal. So yes, you want to hit a certain target on your body, fitness and size, but if it's not connected with your values, who the values are the ones that make you be consistent with it, that tell you go to the gym, do this, then it's not going to happen, which is why most people's New Year's resolutions don't last past, 10 days, because they want to lose weight for something else. Maybe somebody else is telling them. Maybe they want to look like a certain celebrity, but nothing's connected to the heart. It ain't going to happen. So, yes. Coming back to the topic. Yeah, put it into your diary, because that'll remind you to do it until it becomes autopilot. It needs to happen. Yes, it's another thing to do, but as humans, we can do that. We should reflect every night or every morning on how the week's been. You may need to change a little bit here and there. I know with my gym, I don't have all 4 days put down in the beginning of the week. I do need to go 4 days a week, but I don't have that concrete black and white there. I know Monday and Tuesday this week I went to the gym, and today I'm going to go to the gym. I had a break yesterday, and most likely tomorrow I'll go to the gym. If it's not going to happen tomorrow, it'll definitely happen on Saturday. So I have a little bit of flexibility. That's because I want to when it comes to the gym, because it's something that is new to me, and I have to leave the house for it and do X, Y, Z. I mean, it's a whole, 40-minute type work that I have to do outside of the house. So I have that flexibility there. I'm literally only there. I'm on the machines for 25 minutes. Okay, and that's purposely done because I want to build a habit rather than go for a good 2 hours and then stop going for the rest of my life. So there's a reflection that has to happen, and this is gonna be your way of doing it, aligned to your values. And so many times ladies say to me, "Oh, you've only just came and you're leaving." I goes, "Yeah, because I've done my bit. I'm sweating. I am done, and I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna have a shower now and start my day." And depending on when I've went. So it all varies. Sometimes I'll go in the morning, sometimes I'll go in the evening when the girls are in class. So I have a little bit of flexibility, but if it's not in my diary, it ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be in my head, and I'm gonna be all jumbo. Right? There's loads of things to do, right? So, and if you've never lived aligned with your values, it's overwhelming if you don't write it down in your diary. And have that flexibility that it's okay to make mistakes as well. You're learning, you're newly doing this. It's okay to make mistakes. Just come back into alignment. So reflection is important. Just take out 10 minutes a night. Definitely a week. You might want to put out a Sunday a week to see how the weeks went. What changes need to be happening the following week for you to get a little bit better. If you're not growing every single day or week, in your awareness, then something's out of harmony, because growth is your need. It's our need. We have to grow. So I hope this was useful, and I will obviously have a chart attached to this video as well that you can always access. Reach out to me if you don't have it yet, but you'll definitely have one just to start you off for this task. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a great day.